One of the great things about homeownership is that you have such a wonderful feeling of accomplishment and knowing that home is yours. And so as a loan officer, I always try to keep that in mind when working with clients and trying to think of it as more than just a transaction. So applying for a home loan is very nerve-wracking. Looking for homes can be very nerve-wracking. And it's a process, and especially in our market right now where inventory is a little lower than we would like to see it, and clients are out making offers with their realtor partners and they're getting outbidded by others, and that can be very frustrating. You know, when you think about purchasing a home, your vision, I think, is that you get a realtor partner and you go out looking at homes and you make an offer and the offer is accepted. And unfortunately, that is not happening right now in our market. It's very competitive and it can be very disappointing and stressful. But I just encourage clients to continue to be positive, to continue to look for homes and work with your realtors, and something will happen. There's a saying that is, things happen for a reason, and that is the truth. So when you want to look for a home, if you want to think about being a home buyer, whether you want to buy a condominium, a townhouse, a single family home, or you can buy a manufactured home as well, as long as it's on a permanent foundation. The very first step is that you're going to work with a loan officer and get pre-approved. So what that means is we're going to work together and take a loan application, ask you some questions about where you're living, what your income is, what kind of credit you have. We're going to run a credit report and take a look at that, because that's a really important piece to the process. And so we're going to put together a loan approval for you. Once we know what your income is and your credit, we're going to work on trying to find a loan program for you. So there's a variety of loan programs that we're going to use. Generally, your down payment amount that you have available or your credit score is probably going to tell me what direction to start to move you to a loan program. Many times, if you have a lower credit score, somewhere between 580 and 650, we're mostly going to probably go for a FHA loan program. We use that a lot for first-time home buyers, and even though you don't have to be a first-time home buyer for the FHA loan program, that program does require that you live in the property as your primary residence. So that's one of the directions that we're going to take. It only requires 3.5% down payment, and if you have a better credit score, where there are times when we can combine that home loan program with down payment assistance. If you have a higher credit score ranging in the 700s, we're most likely going to want to use a conventional loan program. That does require minimum 3% down. You can put 5, 10, 15, 20% down. Everybody's a little bit different. You can also use down payment assistance for that program as well. And one of the final loan programs we're going to consider, if you are a veteran, if you are active military, or you're a surviving spouse of a veteran, we're going to look at the VA home loan, which is a fantastic loan program. It's 100% financing, so you don't have a down payment, but you do have closing costs, and it's a great program, very, very good program to use. So those are the basic three that we're going to use for the most part: FHA, conventional, and VA. And there's many parts to the process. Once we have you pre-approved and we look at your purchase price and we've discussed what your payment is and what you're comfortable with and how we're going to get there, and the closing costs and where they come from, which can take a good couple of appointments because there's a lot of information on a home loan purchase. It's not just a simple application and go on and find your house. We really want to make sure that as a homeowner, you understand the process, that you understand the costs that are associated with the home loan, what the payment and payment options are going to be. We certainly don't ever want to have you work on a loan approval and then not even know what your payment is, and then start looking for property, and then let's say you make an offer and it gets accepted, and then all of a sudden you go to your loan officer and they're telling you what the payment is, and you're thinking, well, no, that's too high for me. So generally, those are the kind of things that you're going to want to know about before you actually get to your looking for property with your realtor. So we get you pre-approved, we talk about the details, and then we're going to have you work with your realtor looking for homes that's in your price range and in your comfort level. So there's a lot involved. This is just about the basic loan application, initial approval before you actually go into contract. And then there's a whole different scenario happening once you receive your contract, and we can certainly walk you through that process. So just remember, don't think twice about asking Kathryn for home loan advice.